everyone. It's Ola again, your HR, and welcome to the new podcast of 7 Minutes with Seven. This is the podcast that we are talking about our PACE values, and this time we have a new guest, which is Badr Tabat, and we will be talking agility with him.
Thank you for the speech. Yeah, pleasure to be here with you also.
So the first thing is that you've been a CSM for a long time for our company, but recently you changed position to account executive. And can you please explain how it is for you? What are the recent changes in your position, and how do you feel about it?
Sales roles is fit me even better because I have access to future leads. I have like a lot of flexibility, and I'm acquiring a lot of knowledge about our portfolio, about our services, etc. Plus I have a big mouth, let's just be honest, so I I like to speak, yeah. And within this kind of roles, I think other than making sales pitch and everything, I think it's very good usage of my communication skills in general. So yeah, it was a very pretty fast phase, and then I've managed to become an account executive, and it's been right now nearly 5 months when I'm an account executive. Very different position as I was as a CSM, but very challenging in a good way. So there is this good pressure that you really need to deliver, but at the same time, you're always being pushed to really understand like our portfolio, but also stay updated of any enhancement that's our company are putting in. Yeah. So briefly, that's the overall journey.
Okay, thank you very much. So I was thinking about the next question is that what do you think, what are the hard and soft skills when you're thinking about your career development? So what is important in the hard and soft skills for you?
For me, it's always starting by showcasing the interest, asking the right question, and doing it early. Because even if you are 6 months in a certain job, I mean, you should always have a short-term goals and the long-term goals. Everyone knows that you have a probation period, you need to achieve certain target, but if you don't have a target after, then trust me, even if you are good at your job within a certain period of time, you're going to be bored because you don't put a target to yourself before even the company put a target on you. So that's really important to understand.
So, next one I wanted to ask you about is that can you share the tips for people who are in the middle of the career changes? Okay, because we are talking about the skills, but also like maybe do you have some tips for the people?
I think it's very important to understand, first of all, like what are the requirements to, be in this next position or a different position. Because, and this should not be at the last moment. You should not be asking this type of questions within 1 month before you're thinking about switching or anything. I mean, this is like a, because they're going to be certain. I'm going to give you a very example. If you're working more like internally and you don't have a really contact with the clients, and I believe like most of the skills that you should acquire is more related to time management. You are very fast project executor, you are really organized, and basically you also have a good normal, let's just say, internal communication, and on a basic level, yeah. But then if you are more of a client facing role, everything is different, because like the communication that is going to be held with the clients or the future clients is totally different from anything that you will be having internally, yeah. And also the skill sets might be different, because you would need to require maybe a negotiation skill set if we're speaking about sales, there is a really, it depends on the position itself. But all of this being said, it's very important to understand what are the skills required for the position, because even if, let's just say, you're not a great external communicator, yeah, or you have, I don't know, you're struggling also with planning your daily task or wherever, all of this can be improved. I mean, it's just a question of a will, first of all, and it's just a question of also practice.
Very important one, Badr. What is the secret to stay so proactive and involved as you are? Tell us.
I really believe that in jobs in general, being proactive, it's like a necessity, because it's you're putting to yourself a certain goal. Yeah, if you're just sticking to your jobs, yeah, that's fine. You can do it for the next 5 years, but you will find yourself that you just had a very good learning curve within the first 1 year and a half or two, and then the last 3 years that you had, you was just wasting time because you was just doing we call it like a monkey job. You're just doing things daily, and that's it. So it's really important being proactive. Let's just put any position, any department in general. If you are in a certain position and you see that there are things that they are wrong, there are certain improvement that can be done, whether it's within your position or even high up. I would really highly recommend, and I think also our V7 like higher managements really appreciate what we call feedback. You know, sometimes the feedback that it's from the bottom up is really useful because it's as accurate as it can be. Whether it's a CSM given like feedback related how we are managing clients with the relationship with the clients, or an account executive speaking about how we can potentially find, let's just say, more customers or have a more, let's just say, digital visibility that's going to be translated into sales.
And the last one I have for you is like for you, what are the differences that you noticed working between different cultures in business? Because we know you're Moroccan living in Poland, working in Poland. So can you please tell us what do you notice working in such a multicultural environment?
If you base it on the business, you should understand the person background. I mean, if you're having, let's just say, I don't know, a meeting with someone from Eastern Europe in general, you would not expect this person to be really super open and delighted and like laughing and moving with the hands all over. It's going to be more direct questions to the points, trying to get and then if I think, but that's like, I think it's just a wall, because once you build that trust, if it's going to be like, for if I'm speaking about internal colleagues, yeah, once that trust is being built, later on the walls get down and it's more like a very, conceived relationship, compared to if we would compare it to people from the Middle East in general, or Arabic people in general. It's a very different, because it's more related to, the excessive talking, the jokes around, the ice breaking from the first 10 second. So it's a very different approach. So that's why I was also, I remember in Geek Space we discussed it, like agility and being adaptable to like different scenarios, very important, because you cannot keep the same message, for different audience, and that this is really like important to be aware of. And once you understood it, you will use it properly. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Badr. Thank you again. Thank you for spending time with us. It's been great talking to you. Guys, if you are interested in the podcast, I would recommend to check it out. We have several episodes with our employees. So, very important topics, very interesting. Check it out. And yes, see you.